People could say that Singapore is a good country or a well-developed city, but I say it's more like a rich corporation. Singapore is all about making money, a place for people to toil for money more than to live in happiness. If you are doing a small business, whether big or small, like running a food stall which is commonly known as hawker, in Singapore to make money, you will be working 24/7 like hell for the government, who will be always your master. The Singapore government is very obsessed with money and they are really money mania and they always take more than what you earn. So my today's topic is about how crony capitalism works on hawker center. Hawker center in the first place are meant to provide the authenticity of Singapore food culture where Singaporeans could enjoy local food cheaply and easily make themselves feel like they are eating at home. It's just like in the 1980s where people could eat and drink casually and talk together even with strangers. However, due to the rapid modernizations and greed for power and money, hawker centers are ideologically filled with stressful spirit and they are no longer what they used to be. As a matter of fact, they have become the government profit centers. Whenever you're there, you could feel strong tension as a common citizen because you could see how expensive the price is charged for your daily meal, the need to self-service yourself that make you line up like an idiot buying food at the store while worrying that you couldn't find any decent table for your consumption. People impatiently standing beside you waiting for their turn to get seated at your table while you are eating, and the perverted way of constraining yourself in a small place where all hard tables and hard chairs are placed so close to each other that your body almost rubs against other people while eating. Therefore, it's not really enjoyable eating in the hawker centers. Also at the same time, you need to tolerate some flatter smell, if any. So, is this the way you should enjoy your meal? Like some place for pigs or prisoners who cannot enjoy their meals peacefully and quietly, but every time rushing to buy, rushing to eat, and rushing to leave? Having bread and butter with a cup of coffee at home is even more fulfilling than having a plate of chicken rice at the hawker center. Like peanut butter sandwich.
Yeah.
And you spread some peanut butter on it.
Yeah.
And then you'd have a peanut butter sandwich.
No one, unless they could afford 5-star restaurants rated by Michelin, could really enjoy eating. Not even McDonald's could even give you the peace of enjoying your meal in Singapore, by the way. Why a tire manufacturer got to do with restaurants? Having a meal in hawker center is becoming like a living hell. Even you choose to cook at home or eat at home, you cannot stop worrying about the cost of grocery, electricity, gas and water that are expensively charged by the government. This is why I said earlier, having bread and butter would be a much better choice.
You gave me some of your peanut butter,
Yeah.
and I spread it on some of my bread,
Yeah.
and I'd have a peanut butter sandwich.
The one who really enjoy the most is the Singapore government and its cronies. Not only has the hawker center become a stressful eating place for the customer, but also a nightmare for the hawker sellers. Ironically, Singapore hawker centers and markets are run by private enterprises instead of individuals. This means it's not just the government but also the layer of management and various departments and multiple private suppliers in the cronyisms that are suppressing the hawkers and the end consumers, which is something that the Singapore government has creatively promoted as the social enterprise model. Hence, it made the hawkers and the consumer to come under the mercy of these cronies. They are the crocodiles, the wolves, and the hippos, sucking and vacuuming whatever you have, making you like slave, working for them. Hawker sellers have to either work 24/7 or mark up the food price to sustain a survival income. Thus, you'll not be surprised to find that a plate of chicken rice will cost you $5 despite its actual raw supply cost at around 50 cents. However, with the social enterprise model, of which the government is using to regulate the hawkers to sell cheaply, maybe at $3 for a plate of chicken rice, so that consumers could enjoy their meals and happily put on a smile for Singapore, is distorting the law of real supply and demand in the market. Selling a plate of chicken rice at $3 does not mean the hawker seller could earn $2.50 after minusing the 50-cent supply cost. So where does the $2.50 go to? It goes to those government-linked enterprises such as cleaning service, trade retailing service, management service, utility service, health service, training service, security service that is used to monitor hawkers' behavior on how they're handling the money rather than safety. And all kinds of service that you cannot see or even eat, in addition to all kinds of taxes and fines. So apparently a hawker could only earn about 20 cents per plate after all his hard work preparing a dish for you. This is why you could see the chicken meat are getting less, and they are even trying to save on rice too. Thus, in the end of the day, as a consumer, you will need to pay more to get your stomach really full, because you could only have mini dish every time you're at the hawker center. Also, being a smart nation, the cronies with the government who come up with stupid ideas of having self-payment machines and idiotic tray returning robots. The main question is who is gonna bear the cost for those lousy innovation? The hawkers trying to sell their service competitively, or the customers looking for an affordable meal? Do you think the crony animals will pay for all this? Fat hope, man. They only care about how much profit they could make by taking money from the poor to get themselves fatter and fatter. Talking about the self-payment machine, do you know what they're for? Do you think they are used for the customer's convenience innovatively? No. They are used to track and control the hawkers so that the cronies could have proper documents to extort money from them. The cronies are no different from gangster or mafia extorting protection money, and it has become an extortion legally. Shouldn't we need to rebel against them? Like in Star Wars. The Star Wars Rebel. Also, the hawkers are not allowed to take a day off or urgent leave, and they are expected to work long hours every day. If they violate any terms and conditions, including the way of handling their own stores, their earning will be deducted from those machines. So who are the one pocketing the money? Of course, they are grabbing the money like hippo right in front of your eyes without any shame. It's so kitschy of the food culture that the government is painting, I should say abusing, the social enterprise model to make hawkers abide its nonsensical terms and conditions, which deteriorating the basic life of normal Singaporeans. The one who could really benefit the most are those crony enterprises. What social enterprise model? Shouldn't it be called crony enterprise model? Despite the investment and high cost of renting a pathetic stall, a hawker looks like an employee or rather a slave than a small business vendor. He has no control over his money and only gets pathetic share of profit under the crony enterprise model. Therefore, it has become a commission-based salary for him. If it doesn't work, he will not have any money. He has no right to control his money, his own profit, his own cost, or even his time, because the cronies are watching him like a crocodile. Moreover, a hawker is paying the government and its crony a lot more than its earnings. The cronies are the one getting the profit by squeezing the hawkers dry. So despite what's happening to the hawkers business, the Singapore government could still propagandize that its management model could benefit the community and provide employment opportunity for the low income or underprivileged. It's indeed a big wolf in sheep clothing. I hope you enjoyed my video and please share this and put in some comments. See ya.